Here, Bill. Come on. Bill. Sit. Just let's boy, you know that we're pleasing them. So just say, good boy, Bill, good boy. And also, once we've done this, as you can see, it's Trev's. Oh, Trev's the young one. And the boys are called boy. Now Henry's got a job to do a little bit later on, so I'm just going to tie him up here just for the moment. Go Henry. Now, when a stockman's out mustering the sheep on the horse, he likes to have some more. So it doesn't matter what type of tea we put in here, it's always Billy tea. So when the stockman wants a cup of tea, he'll get off his horse, he'll make a fire in the ground, he puts the billy full of water into the fire, and then once it's boiling, he'll throw in some tea leaves. And then he'll pick up the billy, it's full of boiling tea now, and he'll swing the billy like this. Now, swing the billy is an Australian tradition, but there is also a very important practical reason why he does it. It's because it forces the tea leaves down. I'm going to show you again first. Okay, so keep your arms straight. Okay, swing it forward this way around 2 or 3 times, and then stop. Okay, you got that? Alright, and when you stop, don't stop up here weird. Okay, right, so round you go. Swing it fast. Very good. Okay, well done. Come on, push him up. Come on, push him up. Come on, Jack, push him up. Push him up. Come on, push him up. Come on, push him up. So in they go there. So you can see once again how the sheep always like to move away from the dogs. And that makes it easy for the stock and the dog. Henry, old man, through the gates. Come on, Henry.
When the shearer catches the sheep, the first thing he does is turn it upside down very quickly, because then the sheep is completely under control and cannot get away. When the shearer starts to shear the sheep, he starts by removing the belly wool first. When the belly wool has been removed, it is kept separate from the rest of the wool. This is because the belly wool requires a different processing from the other wool. The reason for this is because the sheep lies down on its belly. It picks up a lot of rubbish from the ground, mainly vegetable matter, grasses, ferns, and thistles, which are all hard to remove from the wool. In a commercial shearing shed, there will be more than one shearer, usually 4 or 5 working together, and we call them team shearers. Up onto the head now. When the shearer shears around the sheep's head, he must be very careful of the eyes and ears. The neck is the most difficult part of the sheep to shear. As you'll see, the handpiece goes underneath the wool, and the shearer feels the skin before he can open up the wool to see where he's going. In Australia, we shear mainly merino sheep, that is the breed of sheep. Merinos are very wrinkly. They have a lot of loose skin all over their bodies, especially around the neck. You might like to think of shearing and cutting a haircut. When you have your hair cut, it doesn't hurt. You look neat and tidy for a while. Your hair continues to grow. This gets uphill. This is the same for sheep. Except sheep, we shear them only once a year. This type of shearing is called the long blow. A blow being a stroke of the shearer's handpiece. This is the longest blow a shearer can give on a sheep, from one end of the sheep to the other. You get a lot of pull off very quickly when you do the long blow. Sheep farm in Australia has about 5,000 sheep. Shearers work in teams, and these teams travel from one sheep farm to another. Once at the farm, they will stay there until all of the sheep have been shorn, and then move on to the next. The last side of the sheep is called the whipping side. It is called this as it is the fastest side of the sheep to shear. Having already shorn off most of the wool, all the shearer has to do now is whip down the last side quickly so that he can finish the sheep and get out another. A shearer will be paid about $2.50 for every sheep he shears. This may not sound like very much, but as they can shear between 150 and 200 sheep a day, they actually make quite a bit of money. And there we have a lovely clean short sheep. Good job, guys.
Now, in the wool of sheep, there is a natural grease which is called lanolin. Now, you've probably heard of it. A lot of skincare products and ladies' cosmetics have lanolin in them. It's very good for your skin. And it's also very good for the sheep itself. Immediately after we shear the sheep, it produces a very large amount of lanolin that covers its own body in grease. And this protects the sheep from the weather, keeps it dry and warm. So we can put the sheep outside immediately after shearing, even in the winter time, and they don't suffer at all. And when I rub the body of the sheep, give it a hard rub like this on the freshly cut wool, you'll be able to see the lanolin shining on my hands. It's quite greasy, it's very good for your skin. So after the show, when the sheep is back in the catching pen, you might like to go in there and give the sheep a rub. Just like I did. Rub it for a long time, then put it all over your face, and you have lovely soft skin. You'll smell terrible. You'll smell really bad, but you have good skin. Now this pile of wool we have here, about 4 to 5 kilos. And there's enough wool here to make 3 complete men's suits. If you had to buy those suits, they would cost you over $1,000. But the value of this fleece is about $20. $20 is what the farmer gets for a fleece of wool. Now we put the wool into a wool press. This metal box here is the wool press, and we'll put about 40 or 50 fleeces in here, press it down tight using this machine, and that's how we make a bale of wool. Now most of Australia's wool is exported, and we export our wool to many different countries. The main one today is, what do you think? China is our main export today. Now the belly wool, that'll be made into woolly socks, woolly jumpers, and blankets for the bed, things like that. And all of these little bits that we have left, these are called locks. And the locks will get mixed together and made into a material called felt. Felt material can be made into many different things. Here's just an example, this beautiful felt hat, and this is made from pure new merino wool. And I'm sure you know of other things made of felt. Now remember, when a stockman is cracking the whip, he'll be riding on a horse, and we have to be very careful that we don't hit our horse. So there's 2 methods we use to crack the whip. We can crack it over the horse's head, like this, the other way we can do it is up and down, like this. When we do it that way, the whip travels alongside the horse. Now, if you watch closely this time, you'll be able to see what makes the whip crack. This time I'm not going to make any sound. Okay, no sound. So this is how we do it. We swing the whip forward like this. To make it crack, we have to change direction with that arm and go back in the opposite direction. Okay, so forward and back, forward and back. Now, when we change direction, that creates a loop in the whip. This loop then travels out to the end of the whip like a wave. And when it gets to the end, it flicks the end over faster than the speed of sound. So this little piece on the end, which we call a cracker, this is breaking the sound barrier. So the sound you're hearing is a sonic boom. Now this is just for the adults. Okay, kids, please keep your hands down. Who wants to be first to come down and have a go at cracking the whip? Who would like to try this? Now this is not dangerous. Not dangerous. You won't hurt yourself doing this. Yes, thank you. You're going to leave your hat there. It's good. Leave your hat behind. Thank you. Welcome. Where are you from? You're from Perth. Okay. Local girl. Right. So get you stand in the circle there. Okay. So you've done it before, right? So you've got some idea. Anyway, before we can attempt to crack the whip, we must have this hat on. Okay. It's very important that we wear the Australian Sockman's hat while we're cracking the whip. That makes it a little more dangerous. So as I was saying, why would we wear the hat while we're cracking the whip? Yeah, protection for the face. You'd all agree, wouldn't you? Protection? But the reason is, it's good in the pictures. So where's the camera? Is the camera there? Okay. Right, now, are you right or left-handed? Okay. Right, so we'll do it this way then. So this is going forward. Go back on the count of 3. Right, so 1, 2, okay? And then opposite way, yeah? Okay. Right, so round you go. Yep, one hand. Very good. Okay. This part was good. When you go back, full swing back, okay? Don't flick it, just full swing. It's good, a bit faster. Just have to do a full swing. It's the same principle as this way. So you're still changing direction. You just have to follow right through. Okay, right, so I'll show you one more time. So you got this part going well. When you get to here, you're stopping and trying to flick it. So just forward, and then just change direction like this. Okay? Yes, that's right. So it's like tennis, forehand and backhand. Okay. Right, so round you go. Yep. No, other way, forward first. That's good. Faster, faster. And then the other way. Okay, that was better. Now, certainly the work came out to make you did a good job. Well done, you did very well. Well done, thank you. The cow's name is Brenda. And Brenda is a Frisian cow, that's the breed of the cow. She is specially bred for producing milk. Cows like Brenda produce about 40 to 50 litres of milk every day. Just to show you how much that is, this is a 20-litre bucket. So 2 of these every day. And this is how we milk the cow. If you just imagine my thumb is one of Brenda's teats hanging down, you have to trap off the milk first with your thumb and forefinger and then squeeze. Very important you trap off the milk first before you squeeze, because if you squeeze it first, there we go. Now remember everyone, this is a race, so who's going to win the race? I think this one might be in front just at the moment. Hold up high, right up high, that's it. Well done, we have a winner. Well done. We have to move them on after they're fed because they go and try and pinch the other ones. So teach them how to feed off the bottle. He's doing very well though. You can see you're doing a good job there because have a look at the tail wag. It means you're doing a good job. Doing well. So we're just going to let him finish off. Not much left now. This one's name is Poncho. You got Poncho. And he's doing really well there. And down it goes. He's all done. Well done.